teach my person how to love me.
Out of the Cold by Valerie Ingram and Alistar Schroff, illustrated by Amanda Moeckel. This book is dedicated to the memory of Evelyn, who graced this earth for 103 years. She exemplified the care, compassion, and kindness we aspire to every day. That is a beautiful thing. Molly was wet and cold. Her food and water dishes were tipped over in the mud. Her chain was twisted and tangled. She sighed and her breath steamed in the chilly air. Then her ears perked up. Molly heard rustling in the bushes. A frisky tabby cat darted into the yard. Molly tugged and pulled so hard that her chain broke with a snap. Billy looked out through the window and saw Molly chasing the cat through a hole in the fence. "Grandpa," he called, but it was too late. Billy heard car brakes squeal. There was an awful thump. Billy rushed over to Molly, and Grandpa hobbled close behind. Molly wasn't moving. Her breath came out in fast puffs of steam. Out of the car leapt Billy's friend Anna and her uncle. "I'm sorry, I didn't see the dog," her uncle exclaimed. Anna was in tears. Grandpa touched Molly's side. "We need to get her to the vet." They lifted Molly and placed her gently in the back seat. "Molly is a lucky dog," said the veterinarian at the clinic. "No broken bones, just bruises." Billy and Anna squeezed each other's hands when they heard the good news. But Grandpa still looked worried. "It's time for Molly to be spayed, but now I can't afford it," he said. "I know of a program that helps families in need," said the vet. "We'll spay Molly and give her ID in case she gets loose again." Grandpa finally smiled. On the ride home, Grandpa thought out loud, "I wish I could fix the fence myself. I'd love it if Molly could run around instead of being chained. And she needs a doghouse where she can get out of the cold." Billy slumped in his seat. Anna perked up. She had an idea. The next day at school, Anna worked on plans for a doghouse to keep Molly warm and dry. When the bell rang, she scooped up her drawings and hurried down the hall to the wood shop. "Can I make a doghouse for my project?" Anna asked the shop teacher. "I know of a family whose dog doesn't have a place to get out of the cold." "That's a great idea," he said, "and I bet they're not the only family without a doghouse. Let's make lots of houses for dogs in need." "And cats," Anna added. "Community cats need shelter too." Anna's classmates loved the idea. They built dozens of sturdy houses. Some were big, some were small, some were short, some were tall. There were houses for all kinds of dogs and cats. Anna kept the surprise from Billy until the houses were complete. She covered his eyes and brought him into the woodshop where the houses were piled high. "Okay, open," she said. Billy couldn't believe what she saw. "They're for Molly and all the other dogs and cats who need shelter," Anna said. "Wow," said Billy. He couldn't wait to tell Grandpa the news. But first, he had his own idea. Billy's class turned the houses into cozy homes. They made warm beds from old jeans. They painted the houses with bright colors and fun designs. When Anna and her uncle delivered Molly's special house, Molly wagged her whole body to greet them. "The doghouse is beautiful," Grandpa said. "Let's find the perfect spot for it," said Anna's uncle. "Then I'll help you fix the hole in the fence so Molly is safe to run free." Billy and Anna grabbed a leash and took Molly for a walk to get her wiggles out. We'd like that. And when they came back, the fence was fixed and they let Molly off her leash. She trotted over to her new house and sniffed it, then disappeared inside. "Whoop, you have a new house?" "Hang on, we're almost done the story." When Molly Ooshki. When Molly poked her head out, she had a huge smile on her face. She loves it, said Anna, giving Billy a big hug. Molly's house kept her cozy through the crisp days of fall. And when the first snowflakes fell, Grandpa opened the door and said, "Come, Molly." Molly came inside and spent many happy days curled up on her soft bed by the fire. Billy read his favorite books to her and stroked her fur. Molly's house didn't stay empty for long, though. A warm, safe doghouse blanketed with snow was the perfect place for a frisky tabby cat to get out of the cold. And that's the end of the story. Out of the cold. Isn't that fun?
Teach my person how to love me. Teach my person what I need. I'll be a faithful furry friend forever. We can always be together. Teach my person how to love me.